What's going on, guys? Auzio here, welcome back to a brand new video. So today I'm going to show you guys my camera and controller settings. A lot of people have been asking for my settings this year, wondering what I'm using. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys literally everything. Also, I was going to upload this video on the gaming channel, but decided to do it on the main channel because there's been a lot of people asking for it on the main channel. But still, make sure to check out the gaming channel. The link will be in the description. Let's get into it though. Head top left corner, and that is where you're going to find the settings. And then you want to click on settings again, and then go over to custom controls first. I want to show you guys that I do play on classic. I know there's some people that play it on alternate, but I prefer classic. I like shooting with B/circle, depending if you're on Xbox or PlayStation. I believe the only difference between the two is a shoot button and a cross button. I'm pretty sure those two are just switched around. One is not better than the other. It just depends which one you personally prefer. But let's get into the game settings. Now, this is what people really want to know. So preset is competitive. As soon as you go into any online game, it gets automatically turned on, so you might as well have it turned on in the settings. Shot assistance, assisted. Time finishing. I love time finishing this year. I think it's very good this year, and it's 100% worth learning. But if you feel like it's a little bit too difficult, too much time to put into to learn how to actually time finish properly, have it off, because if you have it on, you're going to mess up a lot of shots. You're going to end up red timing a lot of shots and miss really good opportunities that you could score if it was actually turned off. So yeah, it really does depend. I believe it's worth learning this year. It is simply incredible, so I've got it turned on. Auto flare passes is automatically turned off because of the competitive switch. Through pass assistance, semi. Lob through pass assistance is semi as well. If I could have this assisted, I would, but I believe that got complete pushed to a side back in FIFA 21 or 22. Ground pass assistance is assisted. Cross assistance is semi. The reason I don't have this assisted is because I feel like it's way too assisted. It's a little bit annoying. It goes to the wrong player a lot of the time, so I have it on semi. Lob pass assistance is assisted. Pass receiver lock, late, animation start, power up is the options you have. I have it on late. Precision pass sensitivity is normal. As soon as you load up the game, I believe on default it is high. It is awful on high. As soon as you put this to normal, your pass accuracy is probably going to go up by 20%. And I'm not even joking here. It is really bad when it's on high. Make sure it is normal so your pass is more accurate. It feels like it just goes to the wrong player too often when it is on high. Auto clearances off. Clearance assistance, directional. Some people have this on classic. I believe I had it on classic last year for a bit. But the main reason I've switched over to directional is simply because I feel like classic is nice and all. It usually does clear the ball into an open space where your opponent isn't. But I also feel like it sometimes actually hits it into your opponent, meaning you're losing the ball in the 18-yard box and just conceding a stupid goal. When I have it on directional, I have more control on where I want to actually clear the ball. So yeah, I've got it on directional. Defending, tactical defending, advanced defending is the main two. If you're not playing online, you do have legacy defending as well, but the main two are tactical and advanced. This doesn't affect tackling, just keep that in mind. It affects the physical battles, the shoulder to shoulders. If you got this on tactical defending, you can click circle/B to push the player off. But if you have it on advanced defending, you actually click A to push the player off. I'm used to having it with B, so I have it on tactical defending. Pass block assistance, make sure that is turned on. Auto switching on air balls and loose balls. Auto switching move assistance is low. Right stick switching, make sure this is classic, and make sure this is player relative. Please don't have it on ball relative. Please have it on player relative. Right stick switching sensitivity. I've been playing around with this so much. You guys don't understand. I've put this thing on 2, 3, 4. I've put this thing on 8, 9, 10. I'm trying to get the perfect one, and for me, the perfect one is 5. It feels like it's just there, it's not too sensitive. It doesn't take your input straight directly to the point where it completely avoids the player you want to switch to and switches over to another player that's actually behind them. I feel like you need to have a little bit of assistance there, but not too much, and I feel like 5 is perfect. Next, player switching is classic. Player lock is on. Another thing I really do suggest using this year. It is incredible. It was incredible last year and the year before that that as well. Really do suggest using it this year. It's amazing. Icon switching. I get a little bit confused with icon switching, so it's pretty much when you click the right analog stick down and then you flick towards the player you want to switch to. I don't like it. There's a ton of things that pop up on the screen. I have it off. Dribbling, contextual dribbling is automatically turned off with the competitive switch. Orbit dribbling, I'll be honest, I haven't used this too much this year. I have it on is just because it's one of those things where if I want to use it, it's there. But I haven't used it too much. I just have it on. Save assistance, assisted, controller preferences is off. So analog sprint, off. Have it off. Don't have it turned on. I don't mind it. The thing is, though, like, if I want to sprint, I want my player sprinting at full speed instantly. So this is one of those things where if you push the R2/RT, Xbox, PlayStation, depends which one you're on, slightly down, it's not going to do a full sprint. It's going to do like a jog sprint. It's going to be a little bit slower than a sprint, and you are going to be under more control. But I feel like if I want to sprint, I want to do it like full pelt anyway. So I have that turned off. With the match settings, everything here is irrelevant apart from the quick substitutions. You want to have that hide. If you have it on, you can sub off a player by accident, and it is super annoying. I've done it in this game already, so yeah, have it on hide. Camera. Now, there is a glitch with zoom, just to let you guys know, so you want to check your camera settings every single time you jump onto the game. Zoom, for some reason, gets defaulted to like 3 when you have it on 0. It's very weird. But yeah, my camera settings is the exact same as last year's. Finally, they didn't change my camera settings. Every year, I'm telling you, every single year, telly gets changed. I don't know why. I don't know why they do it, but it happens. This year, it didn't. It's the exact same as last year. Telly, 0 zoom, 20 height. Top 3 camera settings in this game. Telly, broadcast, co-op. Depends on you. It depends on your playstyle. I like the dribble a lot. Okay, that's why I've got it on telly. I can see every little touch. I can see every little dribble. It's a very good camera if you're doing a lot of dribbling. But if you do a lot of overtop through balls, you probably don't want to go telly. You want to go for co-op. Co-op is a very good camera if you go for a lot of overtop through balls, because you can see a lot of the pitch and you can see your runners. You can see where everyone is. Telly broadcast, I like a lot as well. It's just, for me, telly is more like straight. It's a bit more, so telly broadcast is diagonal, while telly is a bit more like this, and it allows you to just, again, see every single touch. And it feels like the far side is not really that far away from you when you're playing on telly. But yeah, top 3, telly broadcast, telly, co-op. I think co-op is the most popular, but honestly, it just depends on the way you play. There's a few settings here that they have added in. Far side focus, ball tracking speed, penalty area zoom. These 3 settings were not in last year. Penalty area zoom, all the way down. Don't even bother. Awful. Not sure why it's a thing. Ball tracking speed, the worst camera setting I have ever seen in any game. Honestly, ball tracking speed, if you have this on like 5 or 10 or whatever, it puts delay on your camera. Who thought of this? I don't know who thought of this. Awful. Have it on 0. Far side focus, decent. I actually like it. If you have it on 20, it goes so far up there, you don't want it that far up. If you have it on 0, it barely even moves. Having it on 10 allows it to actually see the far side much easier. So that's why I've got it like in between 20 and 0. I've got it on 10 perfectly. So it does a little bit of it, but it doesn't do it too much. Visuals. So player name and indicator at the top. Player name. Do not have it on player number. Please don't have it on player number. Player indicator size is default. Player indicator fade is on. This pretty much will tell you if your player is running low on stamina. It will slowly fade. Playstyle plus overhead indicator. There's an issue right now with this. It lags the game. It lags the game so much, it's ridiculous. Every single time this thing pops up, you're skipping frames. Have it off right now. I will say this, though. If they fix it, hopefully they do fix it, I will probably have this turned on just so I know when the playstyle is actually getting activated. But at this current moment, it causes so much lag, so I have it off. Next player switch indicator. This is where you have like a faded triangle on another player, and it pretty much allows you to know who you're going to switch to next if you click L1 or LB, again, depending if you're on PlayStation or Xbox. I get a little bit confused, I'll be honest to you guys, a little bit of a skill issue here. I get a little bit confused. I think the person that has the faded out triangle angle is the player I'm actually controlling. So I have it off. I know some people do like it though. Player-based difficulty indicator off, hold the skip off, time score display on, score clock down, drop down off, precision pass visual, precision shot visuals, causes so much lag in game, it is a joke. Have it off until they fix it. You can turn it on when they do fix it, but I still feel like it's just too much that pops up on the screen, so I am probably going to continue having that off. Radar 2D. Have 2D, all right? I know 3D looks cooler. I'm not going to deny it. 3D looks better, but 2D is actually overall just better. User radar color red, opponent radar color white. You don't have to have this red and white. I just have this red and white because I'm used to that. So no matter what kit I've actually got on, my team will always be red on the actual minimap, and my opponent will always be white. You can have this 2 different colors. What I will say is, have 2 colors and don't switch them. Don't change it at all, because you're going to get used to you being a certain color on the minimap and the opponent being a certain color, and it really does help you out. Game attack indicator off, net tension, shape, and meshing is default. Scrolling lineups off, awful thing. Lineups scroll at the bottom of the screen, completely covering the bottom of the screen. Absolutely hate it. It was something that reset every single time I jumped onto the game last year. It doesn't look like it resets this year, thankfully. Connection monitoring, we have this on, well, I have this on ping and connection indicator. Input overlay, this is pretty much a controller that pops up. So you see where my camera is, a controller will pop up around here, and it will actually allow you to know what you're clicking, where you're aiming, the whole lot. It's really nice for people that want to see if there's a delay in their game. But yeah, I have it off because I feel like it's kind of distracting, have a controller where I am and it's just like clicking buttons. It looks like a bit weird, so I have this off. Hypermotion insight overlays, same thing as the ones that I told you, like the new settings. It delays your game. It doesn't delay your game, it lags your game, it skips frames, it's all over the place. This pretty much is that thing that they showed in the trailers where it had like possession popping up on the actual screen, showing your player's stamina. It's so annoying how much things pop up on your screen, and again, it makes your game lag, so have that off. And I believe that's the last thing to show on the game settings. There's one more thing that I want to show you guys. It is on online settings. Go over to matchmaking options here. So you want to have this one turned on, yes, at all times. Never turn this one off. Crossplay. There's a lot of people that don't know how to turn off crossplay. This is where you turn it off. This is where you turn it on. It depends. If you're on Xbox, you want to play PlayStation users or PC users, have it say yes. If you don't, put it on no. I'll be honest, last year, it had a few like delay issues. It felt like every time I played up against a PlayStation user, the gameplay felt delayed. The gameplay didn't feel as responsive as when I played up against an Xbox player. And that's the same thing when I was on PlayStation. I played against an Xbox player. It felt delayed. So I'm very like on and off. I sometimes have it on. I sometimes turn it off. It depends if you want to play other platforms. Have this say yes if you do. Have this on no if you don't. But that is going to be it for the video. I feel like the main thing that people are probably going to be switching around is the camera. It depends what you like. Again, top 3 in this game for me is co-op, telly, and telly broadcast. Those 3 are the main ones. But yeah, that is going to be it for the video. Hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.